Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Judge.
Good
Good.
morning.
Somebody young
Morning.
here.
Good morning.
All right, Chambers County Probate Court come to order. If you're going to testify, please raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
All right, you can put your hand down and we'll start with cause number 99. State of Richard Thomas Miller. Miss Sylvia, good morning. You may proceed, Counselor.
Good morning, Judge. I have Mr. John Miller, the applicant here. Mr. Miller, could you please state your name for the record?
John Addison Miller.
And are you the applicant in this proceeding?
Yes.
And did you know Richard Thomas Miller?
Yes.
And what was your relationship to him?
I am his son.
Did Richard Thomas Miller pass away on January 3rd, 2025?
Yes.
And was his residence in Chambers County, Texas at the time of his death?
Yes.
To your knowledge, did Richard Thomas Miller leave a valid will?
No.
To your knowledge, has any will been offered for probate?
No.
How many children did Richard Thomas Miller have?
One.
And who was that child?
Me, John Miller.
Did he have any children who were adopted?
No.
How many times was Richard Thomas Miller married?
3.
And at the time of his death, was he married?
No.
Mr. Miller, are the facts stated in your application true and correct?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to determine the errors of Richard Thomas Miller as reflected in the application?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to appoint you as an independent administrator without bond?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to pass the witness.
Dawson.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge. Good morning, sir. Would you state your full name, please?
John Addison Miller.
And your father was Richard Thomas Miller, is that correct?
Yes.
Did he have any other children other than yourself?
No.
And he died on January 3rd, 2025, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, he was a resident of what county, please?
Chambers County.
And now I notice in the application, which you swore to under oath, that he died without a will. What efforts did you make to look for a will?
I went through all the documentation that he had at his residence.
Okay, did he ever make a disclosure to you that he had a will?
No, he expressed that he did not.
Okay, and at the time of his death in January 2025, was he married or was he a single man?
He was widowed.
Okay, and he continued to be, how long was he a single man, sir, prior to his death?
5 years.
And at the time of his death, was he cohabitating with anybody that he introduced as his wife?
No.
And have you ever been convicted of a felony, sir?
No.
I'll pass the witness. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Yes.
Your Honor, no further questions for this witness, and I would like to call Mr. Bobby Gresham as a witness.
Okay.
Mr. Gresham, are you on this call?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Could you please say your full name for the court?
Bobby Joe Gresham.
And how did you know Richard Thomas Miller?
I worked at Exxon with him for about 24 years-ish.
And were you familiar with his family?
Yes, sir.
Were you familiar with his marital history?
Yes, sir.
To your knowledge, how many children did Richard Thomas Miller have?
One,
And who was that child?
John Miller.
And to your knowledge, were there any other children?
No,
To your knowledge, was Mr. Miller married at the time of his death?
no, his last wife passed away.
Okay. To your knowledge, is John Addison Miller the sole heir of Richard Thomas Miller?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gresham. Your Honor, I'd like to pass this witness.
Yes.
Bobby J. Gresham, right?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Dawson, Dick Dawson. And how many years did you know the decedent?
Let's see, since March of 99, so what, 24, 25 years-ish?
Okay, did you have frequent visits with him?
Yes,
Frequent
sir.
outings?
Yes, sir. We cooked about once a week when I was off.
And what was the occasion of the visit?
Oh, just to hang out and just hang out with friends. We'd cook a lot. And we just sit around and talk.
Did you I take it by that you had been in his home many times, is that right?
Yes, sir. Many times.
Okay, what are the names of his children?
He's got John
Did he
Miller
have
and
any other children?
not biological. No, sir.
As far as you know, did he adopt any children?
No, sir.
All right, and do you know how many times he was married?
Yes, sir. 3 times.
Would you happen to know? Would you happen to know the first names of the different wives?
Yes, sir. It was
Oh.
Doreen, which is John's mama. She passed away. Then he married Roberta. They got divorced. He was around 53, 54 years old when they got divorced. And then he married Lisa Jean. And then Lisa Jean passed away from a heart attack.
Okay, and he was a single person at the time of his death, is that correct?
That is correct.
And he didn't introduce anybody, any female as his common law wife, is that right?
No, sir. He lived alone.
And now he was married 3 times, but the child, the only child he had, which was John Addison, was by his first wife, Doreen, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
No other children by the other spouses, or for that matter, by anybody else?
No, sir.
And did he ever mention that he had a will?
He had talked about getting one, but he never did it.
Oh, okay. Did he ever indicate that he desired anyone else other than his son to be the beneficiary of his estate?
No, sir. Everything was to go to John.
Okay, pass witness. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now your next witness.
Thank you, Mr. Gresham. I'd like to call Mr. Donnie White as a witness.
Hello,
Good morning.
Hi, Mr. White. Could you please state your name for the court?
it's Donald L. White.
Thanks, sir. And how long did you know Richard Thomas Miller?
Ooh, I hired on in 1980 and with Exxon, and I've known him ever since.
Thank you, sir. Were you familiar with Mr. Miller's family?
Not so much his first wife. From a time standpoint, I really didn't know her, but I knew John and knew Roberta.
Okay. So to your knowledge, how many children did Richard Thomas Miller have?
John's the only one that I'm aware of that's his, and that was by his first wife.
Yes, sir. So to your knowledge, are there any other children?
No, sir.
Okay. Was Richard Thomas Miller married at the time of his death?
No, he wasn't.
Okay. To your knowledge, are there any other unknown heirs besides the heir we know about, Mr. John Miller?
That's the only one that I ever knew of and am aware of.
Thank you, Mr. White. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Counselor.
Okay. Donald White, my name is Dawson, Dick Dawson. I'm an attorney ad litem. You and I have spoke before, right?
Yes, sir.
And the decedent's last wife her name was Lisa, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I believe so. I never was around her very much. Didn't know her, but just knew of her.
And she at the time, she died many years before him, is that correct?
That's correct.
And uh, did the decedent, Mr. Miller, Richard Thomas Miller, did he speak of any other child other than John?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you ever known Richard Miller to have any other children other than John?
No.
You ever know, as far as you know, he never adopted any other children, is that correct?
No, that's correct.
All right, and I see that you knew him when you began working at Exxon, that'd be 1980, you saw him on a regular basis?
We worked together for many years in the pipe shop out there. And then when they closed it down, we transferred the operations. And I went to one of the units and he went to oil movements, but we still saw each other quite frequently. We fished together for many, many years.
Okay. All right, did he ever speak of who he would like to receive his estate?
John's the only one he ever spoke of as far as who would get his stuff. Him and I talked about those things a little bit, and I just knew he had always going to leave it to John. But whether he ever did a will or not, I didn't know.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. White. Pass the witness.
All right, Counselor.
Thank you. I've got no further questions for the witnesses, Your Honor, and I'm just request that the court issue the order approving John Miller as the sole beneficiary of Richard Thomas Miller's estate and authorizing him to serve as independent administrator.
I'm going to approve the item fees and the order determining heirship, granting independent administration, and appointing independent administrator. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Judge.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Dawson.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. See
Thank
y'all.
you.
All right, cause number 41, the state of Normandy Burkett. Ms. Hood.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
My name is Lori Hood. I am was the attorney for Mr. Burkett. Mr. Burkett died on March 15th, 2026 at the age of 86 in Harris County, Texas, and 4 years have not elapsed since the date of his death. He was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence at the time of his death in Chambers County, Texas. The original will dated November 5th, 2025, that is on file with the court, is a true and correct original and was never revoked. The will contains a self-proving affidavit, and the names of the subscribing witnesses are Melody Spratlin and Robert Believes. A necessity exists for the administration of the estate. No children were born or adopted by Mr. Burkett after the making of the will. He was married at the time of his death to Janet Burkett and was not divorced after making the will. No children were born or adopted by him after the making of the will. No charity, state, or government agency is named in the will. I am named in the will as independent executrix to serve without bond. I'm qualified to serve as the independent executrix, and I know of no fact that would disqualify me from serving as independent executrix of the estate and accepting letters testamentary. And I would request that the court approve my application for such letters.
Everybody, or the meeting will appropriate and grant letters. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, cause number 46, the state of Ellen Marie Lyon. Benny,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. You may proceed.
All right. Ellen Marie Lyon died March 15th, 2026 in Chambers County at the age of 89. 4 years having elapsed since her death. The court has jurisdiction and venue over the estate because she was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence in Chambers County on the date of her death. She died with a will that was signed on February 21, 2025, and the court should have the original in its file. A necessity exists for the administration of the estate, and to my knowledge, the will we filed for probate was never revoked by Ellen Marie Lyon. No state governmental agency nor charitable organization is named in the will as a devisee. No child was born or adopted after the date of the will. No marriage was dissolved after the date of the will, either by divorce, annulment, or declaration that the marriage was void. The will named Mary Rogers to serve as independent executor to act without bond or other security. And to my knowledge, Miss Rogers is not disqualified from accepting those letters or from serving as executor. And we'd ask that you approve that and admit the will to probate.
So none. Thank you, Counselor.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Okay. All right, cause number 49, the state of Leighton Libbard.
Present, Your Honor.
Good morning. You may proceed.
Good morning. I will start with the self-authentication of the will since it was not self-proven. Ms. Najima Ernest, can you state your full name for the court?
Najima Sharma Ernest.
And is it true that you were present at the day that Leighton Libbard signed his will?
Yes.
This document that you see before you on your screen, that's the document that we submitted to the court. Do you recognize this as his last will and testament?
Yes.
Do you remember the decedent stating that this was his last will and testament, that you saw him sign it before you?
Yes.
On the date that it was signed, did he request you and Miss Shawnee James to witness it?
Yes.
And it's also your signature and Miss Shawnee James' signature on this will?
Yes.
And at the time of the signing of this will, excuse me, was the decedent over the age of 18?
Yes.
What do you believe that he was sound of mind?
Yes.
And you and the other witness, Miss Shawnee James, were both over the age of 14?
Yes.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Questions? Call your next witness.
Thank you. My next witness is Miss Patricia Eugenia Liebert. Miss Patricia, can you state your full name for the court?
Patricia Eugenia Liebert.
How are you related to the decedent?
His spouse.
Is it true that your spouse died August 2nd of 2023 in Mont Bellevue, Chambers County?
Yes.
And he was 76 years old at that time?
Yes.
And 4 years have not passed since his death?
Yes.
And you are requesting the court today to admit his will into probate?
Yes.
His will was signed on the 16th of June in 2023, is that correct?
Yes.
And you believe that there is a necessity to administer the estate because there are some things that still need to be finalized?
Yes.
Then, to the best of your knowledge, this will that we filed with the court was never revoked, is that correct?
Correct.
And the will leaves nothing to the state government, to a state, a governmental agency, or a charitable organization, is that correct?
Correct.
After the date of the signing of the will, did your husband have any babies born to him?
No.
Did he ever adopt any babies after the will was signed?
No.
And after the will was signed, he did not remarry, divorce, or anything. You have been his wife for a really long time.
51 years.
Correct. And the will names you to appoints you as independent executrix to serve without bond. Is that correct? And you are here today to request the court to appoint you, and to the best of your knowledge, you have not been convicted of any felonies, and you're not disqualified by law to serve in this capacity. Is that correct as well?
That's correct.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, everybody admit to will of probate and authorize letters. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank Thank you, Your Honor.
Ladies, have a good day.
You too.
All right, cause number 51, the study James Allen Weatherall. Scott, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm good. We need to swear your people in.
No, sir, they were sworn in
Okay.
originally, if that's okay. You can do it
You may
again if you want
proceed.
to. Okay. Judge, my first witness that I'm going to call is Talisha Oliveri. And I'm going to show you this, which purports to be a will that your dad made, correct?
Correct,
And you're his daughter.
correct.
You've seen his handwriting more than once. Do you recognize that handwriting?
I do.
So you believe that it's totally in his handwriting and that's his signature at the bottom of it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And at the time he signed this, he was over the age of 18 and was of sound mind, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Judge, I'd pass the witness.
No questions. Call your next witness, counsel.
Okay. I would call Cheryl Oliveri Weatherall, and I'm going to show you this. And you recognize that handwriting?
Yes, I do.
And how long were you married to Al?
25 years.
25 years. So you've seen his signature in handwriting more than once.
Yes, I have.
And do you believe at the time that he signed this, he was over the age of 18, was of sound mind?
Yes.
Okay, and he never revoked this as far as you know.
No, he didn't.
Okay. And you're here today asking the court to admit this will to probate, right?
Correct.
Okay, and your husband, James Allen Weatherall, and Judge, I'll probably call him Al half the time. I knew him from Goose Creek Schools when I taught and when I was on the school board, so forgive me if I do that.
Okay.
He died May the 11th, 2024 in Harris County, Texas, right?
Right.
He was 88 years of age when he died.
Yes, he was.
But he was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence in Chambers County at the time of his death.
Yes.
4 years have not elapsed since his death, has it? His will named you to be the executor, and you filed a waiver asking that the court approve this without bond.
Correct.
And no marriage was dissolved after the date of the will was made. You were married at the time of his death, and there were no children born to or adopted by him after the date of the will.
No.
There's no state, governmental agency, or charitable organization named in his will as a devotee, right?
Right.
And there is a necessity for the administration of this estate, correct?
Correct.
And you're asking the court to appoint you as the independent executor of this estate and to serve without bond.
Correct.
You're the sole devotee of this will. You've never been convicted of a felony. No, you're a school teacher, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, working for Goose Creek Schools.
That's same.
All right. And so there's no reason that you would not be qualified to serve as the executive, right?
Right.
You're asking the court to admit this will to probate and to approve you as the executive. Judge, I have nothing further.
Everybody, well, probate and authorized letters. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge. Good to see
Ladies, have a
you.
good day. You too.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, cause number 53, the state of Barbara Ann Simon. Ms. Scruggs.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. You may proceed.
All right, thank you. I am here on behalf of my client, Marilyn Marie Middleton. Her mother, Barbara Ann Simon, passed away on August 7th, 2025 in Baytown, Harris County, Texas at the age of 88. The application for probate of her will was filed before the 4th anniversary of her death. Ms. Simon was a resident of and had a fixed place of residence in Chambers County, Texas. The document that is in the court's file dated October 10th, 2019 has never been revoked to my knowledge, and a necessity exists for the administration of this estate. No children were born to or adopted by Ms. Simon after the execution of the will in 2019, nor any marriage was dissolved after 2019. The will does not name the state of Texas, an agency of the state, or a charitable organization as a devotee. And her son, Tobus Charles Simon, was named as an executor, but he passed away on March 19th of 2025 before Ms. Barbara Simon passed on August 7th of 2025. My client, under the terms of the will, is the sole executor of the estate now because her brother has passed. She is not a convicted felon and is disqualified and not disqualified from accepting letters. We'd ask that appraisals be waived and the last will and testament of Barbara Ann Simon be admitted to probate, and Marilyn Marie Middleton be appointed as the independent executor to serve without bond.
We're done. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a
Am I
good day.
excused?
You may be.
All right, thank you.
All right, cause number 55, the state of Jerry Lynn Bro. Good morning, Mr. McCall.
Good morning, Judge.
You may proceed.
I'm not seeing Miss Dubose. Is she on the?
I don't see anybody else on but us. There she is.
Oh, here I am. Sorry.
Hi.
All right. Yeah, if you'll raise your right hand, please, we swear you in.
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can proceed, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge. Your name is Lisa Lynn Dubose,
Correct.
and your mother was Jerry Lynn Bro. Is that correct?
Yes.
She passed away on March 16th of this year.
Yes, sir.
She had her fixed place of residence in Chambers County on the day she passed away.
Yes.
And she had a valid written will that was dated August 16th of 2004. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you have a copy of that, of what was
I
filed
do.
with the court?
Yes, sir. I have it right here.
You recognize that to be a copy of her original will?
Yes, sir.
And you recognize her signature on that document?
I do.
And so far as you know, she never amended or revoked that will?
No, as far as I know, she did not.
Okay. She didn't leave anything to any state, governmental agency, or charity in that will?
No.
And she didn't have any children born to or adopted to her after the date of the will?
No, sir.
She never got divorced after the date of the will?
No.
The will names you to be the independent executor?
Yes, sir.
And you're not disqualified in any way from serving? You're not a felon or anything like that?
No.
And you're asking that the court approve your application and admit your mother's will to probate and appoint you as the independent executor. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's all I have, Judge.
It's the will of probate and authorized letters. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.